Hello, my name's Sheldon and welcome back for another episode of Victoria as USA. In previous episode, we, finally managed to pass the universal suffrage. Took a while, but we got that now. We got the election happening shortly, and the Socialist Party is going to be the winning most likely. And they will have a lot of votes, which should then increase their clout quite drastically as well, I hope. But, yeah, we are going to have a bit of change of, government soon enough. We'll kick the Democrat Party probably out of there. I don't know, we'll see how the legitimacy is going to be, if we still need to keep them in there or not. I mean, there's the urban farmers in there that will actually support some of the laws that we might still want to pass. So it's not necessarily entirely bad, just partially. We also have increased our construction speed to 1300 now total. There's still room for more improvement, of course, but it's a pretty good one thus far. We're getting now the philosophical pragmatism. We don't actually have anything in the military queued up yet. And bolt action rifle is definitely going to be done before we get to that. So we'll actually, once we get a bit closer to the end of the queue, then we'll start adding in some more stuff in here. Because we're basically, after we have completed the tier 3 in society, and... oh, there is actually, right, there's the bolt action rifle spreading, and of course the Practise is already spreading. So we'll get that in about 6 to 7 months, most likely. We are pretty much, yeah, we are actually on a max innovation right now, so... there's that. We actually have a little bit extra in there as well, but I suppose the literacy rate has actually dropped slightly, which is not ideal, but it might just be a lot of people moving in, which is causing that. But then, of course, in here, we're about to get the threshing machines, which should then reduce the labor need in some of the farmlands. Not that we necessarily have a worker shortage as such, but it might be handy in the long run. Just get more and more work done with the factories and all that. Our infamy has been dropping significantly. It looks like the colonies down here in Africa are growing. Some, they're not like insane speed, mind you, but they are growing. But we could do a bit more conquest in here to assist them. Oh, and Spain's got a bit of war against Brunei. Okay, well, I don't think I need to be involved in that. We do have a little bit extra bureaucracy. We might actually... oh. Right, that's nothing to worry about. We might actually want to increase the bureaucracy slightly further. Let's go and get some more government administration. I'm going to go ahead and build up some over here. What are the states that have issues? Like Maine, for example, doesn't have enough work. So we'll get 3 in there. I guess we'll just fill in these into 5 each state. Or minimum of 5 each state. To offer some jobs for the people, because there is some unemployment in a lot of these already. You can get 5 in Florida, I guess. But there we go, that's going to be plenty of bureaucracy. We can then start increasing some other institutions. At least, hopefully. If nothing else, the social security would be handy. Oh, there we go. The election's over, so 56% of the votes go for the Socialist Party. And let's have a look. Anyone wanting to join in the... no, okay. We got 63% legitimacy. We could... oh, 99%. Oh, perfect. Yeah, we'll go with this. And now we're going to start pushing the laws that we want to. I guess we can start with the property women. The landowners would hate that, evangelicals would hate that, but that will then start reducing the, well, birth rate a little bit, but workforce ratio is going to be improved. So that could be handy. So that's one option. Restriction child labor would be another one. We would get the education investment to, well, a +1 essentially. And that would have a fairly decent chance of passing, actually. We'll go for the compulsory primary school. I think after that we'll go for some other laws, but there we go. That is going to be a huge change of the... over here for sure. Also, one of the things that we could probably do right now, I know that we're going to do that later on, a bit a different way, but since we've got the consortium, oh right, financial institutions, I guess we could go for the public traded. That will increase the, yeah, more brokers rather than shopkeepers. We'll do that one, and then also, I had something in mind. Oh right, yeah, the iron mines. I want to switch those to be privatized. So we can get a little bit more of that being produced or run by the corporation, with number 2 producer of steel. It was also giving us a lot of money getting rid of some of the investment pool there. Threshing machines unlocked, there we go, so that is reducing the, or we can use those to reduce labor need on some of the buildings. For example, I think down here in Para, we could probably use that for the rice farms to reduce the labor need even further. Because we are having some shortage of workers here to begin with. Usually beneficial. Now that we have more publicly traded companies, we should now focus on what comes next. This must affect our politics, so trade unions and industrialists get more attraction. Or, ooh, international exchange. I'm going to increase the pop attraction for trade unions. They are now the only powerful one in there, which is great for our plans here. We're kind of funny at the same time. Ooh, aniline is spreading. Alright then. Do we get a agitator yet? No, not yet. I think we've still got the modifier then. Let's have a look. No, I'm not entirely sure. Like, it might just take a little while. Not entirely sure where that is actually listed either. But anyway, we're a bit divided right now. Mostly because the ideological stuff, a lot of them might not be socialist, as we are now starting to be. There we go. There's a whole lot of oil. There's a lot of food industries now being built. We did have quite a few of those queued up, admittedly. Yeah, a lot of food industries. Ooh, rubber discovered in Zulia. Now, unfortunately, we can't build there anymore. We might be able to get that at some point. Oh, and there we go. Oh, law approaches study already. Well, I suppose that shouldn't take too long. We've got a really good legitimacy and all that, so that definitely helps. And looks like the colonization doing alright. We still haven't got all the railway in Amazonas either. Right, but our infamy is now 42, so we might be able to do a quick little expansion over here. I don't know which one we should attack, though. I'm gonna go with Aquara. So, if we were to go ahead and do a quick little annex. Okay, Shiva might join in, but most of the other nations are not going to join in. So that's 11 infamy. You know what, actually, if we're going to go for 11 infamy, we might as well wait until at least... We're not going to go over 50 with the initial war declaration. If there's someone else joining in there, we might go over 50, but that's alright. But yeah, we'll wait until we are like 38 infamy, so that's about a year more. That shouldn't be too bad. New Granada is still a little bit wary towards us. Potential threat? I mean, yeah. Is there any treaties that we could maybe do with them? Not really. I mean, maybe there's the military access. But even with that, even if we have military access through New Granada, they would not even entertain that deal as such. Alright then. Oh, and gold depleted in California. Now, how many mines can we build there now? Another 4. Okay, well, just queue those up. I should probably let the private sector build those, quite frankly, but oh well. Ooh, there we go. Progress to voting already. Man, this is going to be quick passing of a law. One of the fastest I've had. And it looks like the evangelicals are using a lot of their influence, so they might actually become marginalized groups soon enough. And then that means that there's just going to be trade unionists, petty bourgeois, probably the farmers for a little while. Southern planters might be around for a little bit longer, although I do actually wonder. Is there still... Oh yeah, we've still got some of the leaders. And then the rubber barons, so we probably won't be able to get rid of them completely. Oh, what's this then? Oh, Harare Uprising. Okay, well, we're part of that. Do we not? Oh, we don't have the army there. Alright then, we'll just go ahead and send the army of Florida again. As per usual. To help with that. Oh wait, can I not? Oh, no, I'm supporting. But the army didn't want to take the orders yet. There we go, now we can go there. Ah, yeah, that's the Harare Uprising there. Yeah, that's gonna be alright. Our army will deal with it. Oh, we do need a leader for the other fleet. I don't really want to support the petty bourgeoisie, but I also don't want to support the southern planters. I guess we're gonna go with the petty bourgeoisie. We'll go with the... Actually, traditional commander is probably doing... Well, actually, no, we'll go with the southern planter. At least, that seems like it could be somewhat useful still. I suppose this gives us a perfect reason to have our army in Ethiopia already after this war. And then from there we can do another potentially quick war, like Quara would be nice to cover that entire corner there. That's probably the largest individual... Oh, and there we go. Philosophical preference is unlocked. So production cost is reduced slightly. Influence is increased. Oh yeah, we've got plenty right now. A maneuver per diplomatic play is improved as well. And there's the compulsory primary school. Now, I don't think we can actually pass the... no, we can't increase the education yet. But we are going to get some more bureaucracy soon enough. Well, somewhat down the line, I'm sure that we got the... oh yeah, there's a bit of mines, more oil rigs. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just toss in a few of these to the top of the list. That should be about 10 of them. It's still going to take a while for our troops to actually arrive here, but this uprising will not win. Well, there we go. East Africa is colonizing quite nicely in Tanganyika. They don't have anything built there yet. Perhaps we should give them a bit of a hand. So what is the things that we might actually need in the market right now from there? Well, silk, but there's no silk in here. Then there's a raw resource at least. Get a little bit hardwood. Or just farming. Although we're actually a little bit dependent on exporting grain. Not much, though. A little bit. Iron, there's still a lot of imports, so maybe if there's... Yeah, there's iron mines. So we'll go out and build a few iron mines in here. Provide them a bit of jobs, and also make East Africa be a bit more dependent on us economically. But also go ahead and improve the situation. Oh, right. Might want to go ahead and build some more logging and maybe a bit more rubber over here in North Madagascar. In South Madagascar, we'll get a few more mines. Coal mines, that is at least. Maybe one more logging camp as well. And then... maybe some of the whaling. We've still got short of electricity in North Carolina. Are they actually building more? No. But they also just don't have enough workforce in there. They've got workers total. It's just they haven't built up this... but it could be that a lot of that was just built. Yeah, at least the infamy is going down. So that's good. We've still got about 2.5 million radicals, though. So that's... decent amount, but although I suppose total population is not too bad, we've got about 10% loyalists of the total population, actually slightly above that. There we go, so that is soon to the front line. And right, so we've got the compulsory primary school. Let's have a look at the other laws that we could maybe try passing. Right, citizenship, no, we can't go to multiculturalism right now. Council Republic, there is quite a bit of opposition for that, so I don't think we'll be able to do that quite yet. That would increase the trade union's political strength, though. Taxation could be handy. That would anger the industrialists very badly, though, so I think that could be a bit of a problem. What else? Workers' protection? Sure, we'll pass that one. That seems like a very labor union thing to do. But the troops are finally arriving to the scene. Going through some neutral land here briefly. Oh, and the war has already started. Don't worry, we'll be there momentarily. I don't think the enemy is actually going to be attacking... No. They don't have a general in there to attack with. So that solves the issue. We're almost there. So it's a bit of long distance. There we go. I'm also going to go ahead and start privatizing the steel mills, I think. Well, actually, let's do that on all the coal mines and then also the steel mills. There we go. So that should give us a lot more money, and I reckon it's going to probably drain the investment pool at least slightly. Oh, well, there we go. The war has started. Oh, the fighting has started. Should be fairly quick fighting in here, I reckon. And the first battle, of course, is going to be an easy victory because they've got... They might have line infantry, actually, if even that. Nonetheless, we took already a quarter of the state there. Oh, Spain's having socialist revolt. Oh. Oh, my. I don't really want to get involved in this right now, though, so I'm going to declare neutrality. Oh, what's going on in... Oh. Looks like North German Federation is having a bit of a scuffle with Austria. Oh, it's, right. It's two Sicilies and Russia versus Austria. And then North German Federation is on the same side as two Sicilies. So it's just Hungary and Austria versus a whole lot of other nations. So they're getting a little bit swamped there. I wonder if we'll actually see Germany forming up momentarily there. Direct action. Workers organized by the trade unions are staging short strikes and work-to-rule periods in an effort to pressure the government to pass the Workers' Protections Law. Though the methods seem effective, they are causing major damage to our industrial economy. I think we'll just take the plus 10% there. We'll still have pretty good chance of passing the law. Looks like the fighting is doing pretty well. The entrenched front. Can't let our defense stagnate. I mean, our trench infantry is having their first fight, I guess, for the first proper war, which actually, that probably means that, yeah, we've got a fairly good defensiveness in here. And this might be, no, there's going to be two more, or one more battle after this, I reckon. Ooh, bolt action rifle, excellent. Which means we can go for the buildings. Where's the arms infantry? There you are. All action rifles, off you go. Make it a little bit cheaper and more plentiful to produce. Ooh, an oil discovery in Louisiana. Oh, let's have a look. What do we have there? We have 7 oil rigs. Okay, not as much as I was hoping for. I'm gonna get a few coal mines in here, maybe some of the fishing walls. Still losing a bit of money, but we are actually, yeah, the investment pool has gone down to 80 million now, so they have purchased a whole lot of the mines. So we've got a decent bit of cash out of that. We've got a little bit unrealized taxes, but it's nothing too bad. Ooh, landing craft is spreading. Alright then. And there's, this is the final battle, and there we go. Plot has been, quelled. It's, can we actually set you in Ethiopia? No. I sent you to Brazil, I guess. There's a bit of shorter distance to then sail around Africa. But although I suppose our infamy has dropped. So we could just go ahead and start going after this. And actually, yeah, let's have a look at Quara. So if we were to do a bit of an annexation, so that would still be 11.3 infamy, which we should be fine. Yeah, we'll have just below 50. There's probably no one else that will join in on that. They'll have 15 conscripts, so that's all. Relations with some nations will go down, but that's to be expected, really. So let's go with that. And then let's wait for a moment. Wait for a few more moments, and then we'll send the troops there. Right, we'll need to mobilize, of course, and then send the troops there. Okay. I guess you do not want to move there. There we go, now we're moving. Took a little bit. The Paiute National Movement organizes New Hampshire. They must be concerned with far more grounded things. And rubber discovered in Rift Valley. Oh, not bad, not bad. Okay, the war against Quara should be fairly simple. We've got the troops already almost there. I don't know if they're going to get anyone helping them. They might not. It's unlikely that anyone is actually going to move in there. As long as our infamy doesn't go above 50, we should be fine. And then I think after that we might, if we don't have too much infamy, we might take Israel so we can get the port in there accordingly. And we don't need to go into exile, technically speaking, briefly over there every time that we leave or enter Ethiopia. This should be fairly simple war. And looks like the colonization... Oh, yeah, they almost have a full-on access through here. Not quite yet, though, but soon. Hopefully. A stable supply of power. Recent expansion of the power plants in Pennsylvania has inspired faith in the future where all of the United States, America, is electrified. As unlimited power, or we'll take the... Yeah, we'll get the boost for the steam turbines, I think. Oh, actually... Yeah, no, the steam turbine is quite handy. So we'll take that one. So what are we actually researching right now? We're getting the shift work. That's 12 months. Anneline's spreading already. I think we're going to go ahead and queue up something from the military already. I think a defense and def could be handy. And increase the armor defense even further. Or we could go for the wargaming to increase our offense and also the training. Actually, yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. We'll go with the wargaming. And then we'll go for something in society, which I... Could go for the malaria prevention, maybe. Or multilateral alliances, that would be another option. Central planning. Would unlock the command economy. There's, of course, the corporate governance, which increase the amount of companies by another one. Or we could go with the film. I'm going to go with the film, actually, to increase our prestige. Boiler explosion. Factory in Nebraska has been rocked by a tremendous boiler explosion with dozens dead or injured. The story of this tragedy has quickly become a national event. The workers should not be exploited and forced into such conditions. Yeah, we'll go with that. So now we've got nearly 50% clout on the trade unions. That is pretty good, and we'll get the workers' production shortly. I don't know what difference that's actually going to make in the institution directly, but... oh. Discord with the Yemen. Oh. Trade unions extend an open hand to these mavericks. Get even more, or even less support for the farmers and more support for the trade unions. Oh, Belgium is fighting a war against New Granada. Regime change, turn them as protectorate. I'm gonna lean towards New Granada. I don't take it kindly for Europeans to try to intervene in our turf. How much do they... Okay, Belgians don't actually have much of a fleet either. So what we'll do is we'll have a fleet over here doing intercepting, and then we'll have this fleet, which is a bit larger, doing intercepting in probably Caribbean. So we can basically stop any approach into doing landings in here, hopefully. Contradictory correspondence. This should not be circulated further, so evangelical members become more loyalist. That would be okay. I mean, our relations with Britain are probably not that great to begin with. Yeah, they are rather hostile, so damage is already done. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, with our fleet, we can basically guarantee that there is not going to be a landing into New Granada. I wonder, why is New Granada hoping to get from that, though? Humiliation. Okay, that's fair, I guess. Is there anyone that is likely to join on the Belgian side? I mean, Britain might. If I join in there, France might join on the New Granada side. And there's a few others that might be joining one side or the other. But like at the same time, New Granada's got actually a decent army. And of course, since they are in our market, they've got access to good stuff. Oh yeah, there we go, France joins in. So I don't actually need to join there necessarily. I think the, Belgians are already kind of fearful. For a good reason, mind you. Yeah, we've got the fleets in there. And if need be... Oh, right, Britain side of Belgium. Okay, then. Oh, I wonder... Okay, they're not willing to negotiate support. Do they have... Oh, I only got 35 maneuvers. Okay, so if I wants to negotiate support... And transfer... No, not transfer state. Oh, we don't have option for that. Okay, I was hoping that I could take over Canada as a puppet from Britain, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Ooh, more oil discovered in Arkansas. How many do we have now there? 20, okay. We only got... Well, we got 5 there already, but they haven't really started producing yet. Not sufficiently, anyway. There we go. We've got war starting in Africa, so we'll have this one sorted out quickly. And then our... American Abyssinia will be a little bit larger again. Nothing massive, but it will still help. We could then maybe even do a war against Egypt to take the rest of Eritrea. Maybe. We'll see. We're losing a lot of money right now. There's a bit unrealized taxes. There's the diplomatic pacts are still costing us a little bit. Subsidies are costing us quite a bit. Oh, law advancement. There we go. Another 15% on the... Oh, wow. 83% right now on the workers' production. Well, 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 that should be enough. There we go, gold mines. Oh, there we go, they finally got the land connection through here. So, Abyssinia is now continuous region there. Ooh. Shipyards and railways get plus 10% building throughput now. That's good. And, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the textile industries isn't quite as profitable right now. So we've got already one battle in here. Oh, that's going to be an easy victory. Yeah, there we go. We took less than 100 casualties there. Discounting the demoralized. And they have 10 men in their total. It might be a wee bit one-sided combat in here, I will say. So that's already 2 battles. How much is that? Oh, actually, no, there's 4 battles. Well, there's bound to be an end of the war soon, I reckon. How much do we control? Oh, we don't actually control anything yet. What? How? Okay, I'm going to give you a strategic objective to go in there. Not just fight against them, but go in there. I don't know if that's or some sort of bug that we're facing in here, but that seems to be a little bit odd. We've had already several battles, and we've defeated their army completely, but we just not actually advance anywhere. Okay, so here's a battle. Let's see if we actually gain any land. Nope. Alright then. I wonder what's going on in here. They won't be taking the peace deal, of course. And I don't think the war support can go below, yeah. Empty pockets. Series of... Oh, liberal movement. They'll lose a little bit of pop attraction, but we'll get a little bit loyalist in exchange, so I think that's fair. Ooh, we're getting a whole lot of money now, suddenly. If we... No, we still haven't got the worker protection law. Yeah, I have no idea what is actually giving us all this money, but I'm not complaining necessarily. Oh, because we're not constructing. Right, private sector is taking over. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, is there anything that we desperately do need? I guess we do need more glass. Art, oh, fine art, yeah, that's something that we could probably do. Let's see, so New York will get another 5. We'll get a 5 in Ohio. And maybe another 5 in California, so that's going to be 10 total there. Might not be sufficiently profitable in there directly, but that's alright. And, oh, yeah, we'll get a couple glass works in here. We could get a couple iron mines as well, to help with the local supply of iron. There's some vineyards there already. We'd get some cotton. Do we have, yeah, textile, but we've got another one underway already. What else could we still build in here? Tooling workshop? Oh, yeah, that'd be profitable. Get 2 of them, actually. Could probably get a shipyard. Yeah, that would be decently profitable. And since we got the explosives, we could also get a munitions plant if need be. Oh, and a furniture manufacturer, sure. So, California's getting a lot. How's the population? Oh, it's 13.3 million already, so we just need a little bit more. and we'll have that, well, a few million more, and we'll have that. Like 2.7 million, I guess. Right, so France and Britain are fighting, that's fine. Oh, and Britain's having a revolution as well. Oh, socialist revolt. Oh, well, we can't join that anymore. Right, Dakota National Awakening, alright then. How is Para looking like? We've still got only 2 urban centers there. There's not a whole lot of pops available. We could probably get a few of the... actually, since it is incorporated state now, we could actually get a tooling workshop in here. Provide a little bit of the stuff, for example, for the logging camp and all that sort of things. Provide stuff locally. Also, maybe we'll increase the hardwood production in here slightly to make it a bit more profitable. Also, let's go and get a power plant or 2 in here. That should be another few, or a little bit more urbanization. Right, so yeah, the French are actually... Oh, right, the Dutch lost their Guyana portion over here. Oh, and there's a landing attempt by Britain. Well, they don't have a whole lot of troops going in there, so it should be fine. We do actually need to gear up some more construction by the looks of it. So what else do we need? Are we still close to being... or anyway, we're number 3 worldwide now in grain production. But to become the first one, we need to get a lot more. Now, we could probably just go ahead and build a bit more farming, though. I guess we'll go with the wheat farms first. That's a decent bit. We can also get a little bit in here. Also, let's get some corn farms, actually. I know that there's a lot of places that could have those, or maize farms, rather. So, yeah, let's get loads of stuff in here. That's going to be a lot of farmers, though, which are not going to be joining the trade unions. That's going to mean that the farmers are still going to be somewhat powerful. And are we going to get the worker protection? Nope. Well, we get a plus 15% there again. So now it's 98% almost. Or practically 98% there. I have a feeling that we are going to get this. It's basically like EU4. We're rolling a 99% siege right now. Now, it wouldn't pass it for me to somehow still lose that roll, admittedly. So we do need a lot of glass production. So let's go out and build some more glass works. I think that's going to be worthwhile. And I suppose Missouri has been a fairly good one. Let's get some more in there. Oh yeah, that is a massive productivity in there. It's through the roof. How much can we actually have for the economy of scale? 30. Okay, so we'll be going past that now. And we could also go out and start privatizing some of that to get even more throughput. Oh, Rio Grande has got some oil. So how much do we have? Oh, 30. Yeah, that's not bad. Get 10 over there. Right, actually, I'm going to go out and give some support for... Actually, can I even... No, I can't. Well, I suppose I could get maybe the military access and the defensive pact. Okay, maybe alliance instead of the defensive pact. They will still not accept that, though. Okay, never mind then. I'm not going to give them money or anything like that. I was planning to give them the military support, but I don't think that's actually going to be something that we can do right now. There we go. That's a whole lot of art academies being built. And then maybe we'll go ahead and build some more groceries as well, or food industries. See, so New York is going to be fairly profitable. We'll get another 2 in there. Get another 3 in Pennsylvania. And then I think we're going to go ahead and build some more in... Well, we'll get another 2 in California. A few more around here. Maybe we'll even build one in Arizona. So getting more and more industries in the West. I actually wonder, so how is the culture looking like? So Yankees make about 43% of the population. Dixies make 19%. And Afro-Americans are 7.5%. So that does cover a good chunk. There's Mexicans make quite a large chunk as well. And after that, it's various nationalities in there. About 2/3 of the population are Protestant. Then about 20% almost are Catholic. A little bit animist. And after that, it's, I guess, Orthodox. Yeah, Orthodox, Sunnis, Oriental Orthodox, and I guess Shias? Oh, Confucian, okay. Do we actually have more interest that we can... No, we can't. Okay. Maybe hitting a bit of a max there right now. Let's get another admiral over here. Ooh, trade unions. Yes, there we go. And we'll go ahead and increase the navy size over here. So where's the highest amount of peasants? Actually, not actually highest amount of peasants. We should probably have a look at places which have a lot of unemployment. So Maine could probably be still something that I'm gonna guess there's... no, there's peasants in this. There's not unemployment as such. Okay, New Hampshire does still have some unemployment. Getting a whaling station there. We could probably get some sort of factory in here, to be fair. Get a paper mill, for example. But yeah, so if we wanted to increase the size of this fleet, we'll go ahead and build a few more There's 8 light ships there, and we'll get another 2 heavy ships somewhere. I guess Massachusetts will do. Increase our fleet size here a little bit. Right, so are we still not winning any ground in here? What is going on in here? We're still defeating them handily in combat, which is not gaining any ground whatsoever. Okay, so how about take your strategic objective away. I'm going to switch you to defense for a moment. I'm going to put you back on offense. Oh, and there we go. There's a worker protection. Ah, so increase the minimum wage. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Now let's see if this works, because we've been fighting here for so long that the enemy's taking huge casualties, I reckon. Yeah, they're taking quite a bit. We're taking some wounded as well, to be fair. But the capitulation desire, of course, is very small. But for whatever reason, we haven't been pushing into their territory. That is... oh. Right. Is that because our colony is not in the war, technically speaking? So we're not able to actually take over that land. We're still winning the battles very easily. Okay, Egypt, I may need to do a quick little war against you. Eritrea? Or infamy? Gujarat would probably join in on that. If I can take Gujarat, we can then go ahead and take over this. Because, yeah, I think Abyssinia is not part of the war. Yeah, they're loyal. Oh no, they are actually part of the war. What the heck? Okay, so I'm just gonna defend the front line for a moment. Oh, there we go. Okay, we've got a front line now that we can go into. But we are on the front line, of course, so we should be able to gain the ground now. Because they actually gave that land for us, which is very nice. We've got a little bit of infamy, of course, from that, but I think at this point we should be able to actually march in and start getting the ground. If not, then we might be having a... let's just reload the save to get through this. Oh yeah, there we go, 26% now. But I do also see that we are way over time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Next time, bye-bye.